Hi friends, in this video you will see what is an API and REST API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Uh, it is the intermediary part responsible for transferring the data from one application to the another application. Let's say we have two applications called App 1 and App 2. Uh, if the App 1 requires the data of App 2, it cannot directly hit the App 2 and get the data. We need some interface, right, for hitting the application 2 and getting its data. Uh, the API is the part that is responsible for doing this job. It will App 1 will hit the app API for the data with the set of some requests, and the API will again hit back to the app 2, and it will get some data from the from the app 2, and it will store it. It will store it within itself, and once the data is completely ready, it will move it to the app 1. In another scenario, if the app 2 requires some data from app 1, uh, the same case applies here also. It will request the API uh, for the app 1 data, and the API will get the data from the app 1, and it will store it within itself, and once the data is completely ready, it will send back to the app 2. It is the flow of data communication between the app 1 and app 2 and an API. REST. REST stands for Representation State Transfer. Uh, it is the architectural style for designing a network application so that application should follow this behavior for making the modifications on the data on the server side. So we will deep dive into this RESTful way of designing an application. Here, there are a set of methods that we need to make changes on the server side. Uh, First of all, the REST is not a protocol. It is but it follows the HTTP protocol under the hood for making the changes on the server. There are four set of methods uh, for this, namely get, post, put, and delete. For making changes on the server, like the changes might be like creating a new data, or getting the data from the server. All those things are known as server changes. To create an data, we need an set of method, right? It is called post. And to make a read operation on the server, we need a get method. And to update a data, we need an put method. And to delete a data on the server, we need a delete method. So first let us see what is in get method. Get method. Let's say we need to fetch the set of products from this URL, and the client server is. I will explain what is the client server first. The client server is the set of two components. Client will always request for the data from the server, and the server sends the data as the response to the client. This is the common pattern between the client and server. So now let us come back again to the client and server. For the get method, the client will send the uh, read request to this URL called ap.example.com. Is a sample URL I have given, and I am trying to fetch the list of products from the server. So what it does, it will use the HTTP protocol along with the get request, along with the get method. It will hit the server so that the server will return the response 200. If the if the server is able to successfully respond with the data that is client is expecting, it will give the response as 200, and along with that the data will be given back to the client. Here in our scenario there are two products available on the server, so it is returning back the products to the client. So let us explore the post method. Post method, here we will not be getting any data from the server, rather than we will be adding new data to the server. So we are hitting the we are using we are hitting the create post method for the create operation. We need to send this data to the server and store the information to the server. So here is the demo object that we are demo data we are sending this to the server. We use the URL for making this operation. Any operations we do, it should be done only via the URL. Now we are sending the data to the client and to the server, and the server responds back with the status code 201. If we are making any read operations, the status code will be 200, but when you are creating a new data on the server will return the status code as 201. Now we will try to do the same similar method called put. Put is basically we will send the data to the server, but it will not create as a new data, but rather than it will update the old data available on the server. Like we can say, like if we have previously given a sugar product while creating an product in the server, but now we give the same data, but with the product name changed, it will update the product available on the product id 1, so that it might get updated in the server side. So this data will be reflected in our server, so that the server will respond with the status code 200 if the updation process is successful, and if the server could not find the URL with product slash 1, it will return as the 204, that is the no content found. So both scenarios also possible. Here next we will see what is in delete method. Delete method, what actually does is, like, it will delete the already available product on the provided product id that we have mentioned in our URL. So if you try to hit this URL with this product id and the http method, it will delete the product in this particular id, and it will return the status as 200 if the alone, and no response will be sent back to the client. And if the server could not find the id 1, it will just send 204, like uh, no content is found. I hope I have covered what is REST API and what is an API. And if you like this video, please like below the video, and if you have any doubts, please comment it on the comment section, so that I will try to answer for that also. And we will try to cover a REST API in the practical scenario by developing an application using Spring Boot, a RESTful application, in the future video. So please subscribe to this channel, and wait for more new interesting videos in this channel. Thank you.